Or just to start, I was wondering if you could introduce yourself, how you're related to apexart, and where you're speaking to us from today.
Yes, of course. My name is Maryam Palizgir. I'm an interdisciplinary artist and educator, live and work in Atlanta since 2015. I am an Iranian artist and immigrant artist also. My relation to the apexart is actually from the exhibition that we did in Tehran with Anayta and Almaz, who are the curators for our show, Women Creates. Anayta emailed me and asked me about if I'm interested in the theme of the show, which is related to the issues of the women's substance addictions and their social and personal impacts for them. Based on these themes, if I'm interested. And basically, they sort of was familiar with my art practice. I'm really interested in this sort of social practices as well, and all the issues around the environmental issues or some social issues. That was very interesting for me, honestly. And right after we talked on the phone, I started thinking about that matter. And I had some experience with other women that has social disorders and things previously. That's why I had a couple of ideas. I started thinking about that. The main issue was I'm not able to go to Iran.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the huge part to think about. How can I make an art piece that I can actually collaborate with these women as part of my art making, and then finally have the final ultimate goal of my ideas and also the executions.
Can you tell us more, I guess, about the project, including its title, maybe what it looks like, what viewers saw, and also how you worked with women who are in recovery?
Yeah, my piece actually titled Intimacy to Vulnerability. And I was thinking about these issues of the women's, as I told you a lot while we were talking about their issues. I had some researches and also grabbed some statistics about the numbers of the women's around the world, and specifically in Iran, who are wrestling with these issues and how they're trying to facilitate their life through this challenging moments. I was really thinking about how can I visualize and depict this like struggle that they're having through the visual lens. And that's why I was thinking about how I can actually use these collaboration that can be beneficiary in their social disorder recovery path through art making or through this collaboration. And I've grabbed many like useful information about this type of people. And I think what I understand is all of them around the world has the same sort of issues, like the stigmas or like trauma, grief, all of these happening at the same time. And it's very challenging, or it's like, let's say, it's more challenging for the women, especially in some sort of people like living in Iran or in Islamic sort of communities that have the same issues to survive based on all those social things around that. And that's why I think about what having these people as part of the projects, not just making the piece, but also like a performance, like things happening for them. And I know that the pain, both physical and emotional, is something that they're challenging also with that. And then I decide to have a performance plus a video art through the performance, that they can start making these performances, and by the choice of materials and the flexibility of the materials that I choose, and I think about they can release sort of that anger from the emotions that they have. It's sort of like making an anger room for them, because they are using nails and hammers and a piece of like frame, the wooden frame, and they start hammering all those nails on that. So this is sort of like releasing all those angers.
I understand that you liked that sort of instructional distance that was kind of created. Was that your choice, or was that with the circumstances around protecting their identities, or stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, I said it's the choice that I actually actively
Okay.
choose, because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting for me, and at the same time, because this is the only option that I need to take advantage of that. Also, it's easier to do from the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a way that I can figure it out, because this is the way that right now I'm not able to go to Iran, but I would love to work with them. I would love to like incorporate all those things that I have in mind, and like share with them.
What are any thoughts you have about how we can adapt in a time of enforced social isolation?
Yeah, self-care is the important first one, and then support each other.
Yes, exactly.
That's what you guys are doing right now. I'm really glad that you guys are connecting with the artists, curators, and all the community in arts. That's very, very nice things that you're doing. Appreciate it.
Thank
really.
you. This is also a really nice thing for me because, I've been corresponding with you in various ways for at least 6 months now, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here we are. It's so nice to see your face. And I know you were going to come visit us at apexart in May, but it seems like that.
Yeah, I think, it's going to happen or not. I don't know. It's not going to last forever. We're going to start all these social activities in person soon.
Your optimism gives me more hope. Thank you so much, Maryam.
Of course, thank you so much. It was really nice meeting you here, and hope to see you soon.
Likewise, and take care and keep us posted.